The history of the Viking Rubber Company begins in a small workshop in Denmark in 1935. At that time, just as today, there is a need for water and windproof workwear for fishermen who are out on the sea during all kinds of weather conditions. Rainwear for fishermen was at that time cotton and wool sweaters impregnated with oil to make them waterproof. In the mid-70s, the Danish sailor Svend Andersen took over the Viking Rubber Company, and soon the first export of the orange workwear is on its way to the fishing industry in England. In the mid-80s, Svend Andersen decides to go on a long cruise and leaves the responsibility for the company to his young son, Kurt Michael Andersen, and a new epoch begins. An epoch that in the next decades leads the Danish garment manufacturer onto the international markets, whilst also expanding in Denmark. The company grows steadily, and so does the number of customers. The global development means that the Viking Rubber Company in 2004 establishes a partnership with a textile factory in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. The cooperation is a success, and step by step, Viking Vietnam expands the production factory and the number of employees, which now stands at 450. Today, the main production of the Viking Rubber Company is in Vietnam, and Viking Vietnam is one of the few textile companies in Asia which is a Gore-Tex certified manufacturer in the three main categories of leisure wear, military wear and workwear. Today, the Viking Rubber Company delivers workwear to a very varied customer list, such as the commercial fishing industry in Chile, the German army and police, as well as hospitals in Europe. The product development process is a cooperation between the customer and Viking Rubber. The designers of Viking Rubber are available for our customers to ensure that their specific wishes for functionality and durability are built into the design process from the very beginning. Almost 80 years after the founding in a small workshop in Denmark, the Viking Rubber Company is now a global company with customers all over the world. We are a company which delivers workwear for use in airports, container terminals, construction and roadworks, and we now also offer our design and development of high-quality workwear for the offshore oil and wind turbine industry, the mining industry, and the transport sector. We focus on quality from the beginning to the end. Every day, 450 employees come to work at our textile factory in Viking, Vietnam, just outside Ho Chi Minh City. The Viking Rubber Company takes good care of our employees. We appreciate the efforts they make for us, and we hope they appreciate our care for them as well. This is why we continuously offer to our employees sewing training, as well as English lessons too.
Good afternoon, teacher. Good afternoon, students.
Education and skills training leads to happy employees, and also helps us keep our contented workforce. We also ensure that our employees have good working conditions and the necessary safety equipment. The employees at the factory receive a salary which is above the average salary for seamstresses in Vietnam. Furthermore, those who choose to stay with us for a while receive a bonus. In this way, we are rewarded by dedicated and stable workers. Inside our factory, we have a canteen and a company-funded lunch program. Our employees receive a daily good quality hot meal. Proper meals give proper nourishment and good energy, and if the employees work overtime, they receive their dinner at the canteen as well. At the factory, we have a free medical clinic, where the employees can see a doctor or a nurse if they feel unwell. This might be if they need an urgent health check, or they need treatment for a minor injury. Our clinic is the way in which the Viking Rubber Company can ensure that the employees have quick access to treatment to prevent sickness and taking sick days. The Viking Rubber Company arranges soccer tournaments with neighbour companies. We do for the health, giving benefit of the sport, as well as for the feeling of unity. We wish our employees to feel a real sense of belonging to the company and to become a part of the Viking family. One recent initiative of the Viking Rubber Company is that we're trying to establish a kindergarten in connection with the textile factory. We wish to do this because we want to keep our young people in our company. Many of these young parents wish to work after giving birth to their children, but they have no childcare solution and therefore have to quit their job. So at the moment we are trying to get permission from the local authorities to enable us to start a company-funded kindergarten. We also sponsor different projects for street children and disabled children in Ho Chi Minh City. All of this we see as an investment for the future because we want to retain the best labour for the benefit of their families, our customers, and for the Viking Rubber Company. Through many years, the Viking Rubber Company has produced individually designed garment solutions for customers all over the world. Quality exists on many levels. It exists in the meeting with the customer, in the product development, in the designer we make available to our customer, in the selection of fabric, in the quality we put into the sewing, and finally in the final control. Viking Rubber Company wishes to be better than our competitors, and we would like to service our customers in the best possible way. This is why we focus on quality from the beginning to the end. It is our tradition and our strength. Complete quality assurance in our factory in Vietnam is a natural and very important part of the production. In this way, we guarantee that we deliver the product the customer expects, and the product that we can be proud of. Our technicians constantly test the quality of the materials and the durability. We particularly monitor the waterproof quality continuously, before, during and after the sewing processes. The quality standards and product development is organized, specified and followed carefully by our head office in Pha Bo, and thereafter at our textile factory in Ho Chi Minh City. Our employees are in daily contact by video conference in order to develop ideas for current and all new production styles. The Viking Rubber Company in Vietnam is probably the only company in Asia with all three Gore-Tex classes of certification: leisurewear, military uniforms and workwear. This is an achievement which we are very proud of. We have organized and extensively trained our seamstresses to work in small multi-skilled units called cell teams. These teams make us truly flexible and enable our production factory in Vietnam to handle orders of 20,000 down to one piece where required. Our production managers are in continuous contact with the head office technical department, which makes all the samples, measurements and size specifications. In order to optimize the development work made by our company, we have established a user group with members from the industries of forestry and roadwork, as well as the plumbing and iron foundry industry, with the purpose of developing new robust workwear and to ensure the high levels of quality and durability required. For the commercial fishing industry in Chile, for the armies in Germany, England and Spain, for airports and ports in Germany, and for hospitals in Europe. This experience gives us the ability to meet the unique requirements of our customers for color, design, material and contract size. In cooperation with the customer, we make sure that the fitting as well as the reinforcements are designed in the most optimal way for the workplace where the garment is to be used. We believe in openness and mutual trust between our partner customers and suppliers. Each are always welcome to visit our factory in Vietnam before any possible future cooperation is begun. Quality is our tradition and our pride.